We're only 10 days away from the biggest wrestling event of the summer, so there's plenty of news and rumors regarding it. One of them being the return of WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg, who hasn't been seen since his terrible meet with The Undertaker at Saudi Arabia's Super Showdown event in June. It was initially reported that even though Goldberg suffered a mild concussion in the ring after a botched turnbuckle spot, he and Vince were not on speaking terms due to Goldberg's attitude backstage, thinking he did no wrong after all the blame was squarely put on him. Of course, these were just rumors, and it seems like they may have not been true, as Dave Meltzer reports that Goldberg will be wrestling at SummerSlam, and even though The Miz vs Dolph Ziggler has been confirmed, WWE might be swerving the fans with a last-minute change. Again, take this with a huge heap of salt. It was reported by Meltzer that, despite being announced for SummerSlam, The Miz vs Dolph Ziggler is a red herring and will be changed. He then spoke on Ziggler's actual opponent being Goldberg. He went on to mention, "It's just a funny story about how this all transpired. As you know, I've said that Dolph Ziggler has an opponent, I just don't know who it was. I was just told that it's not The Miz and it's not Shawn Michaels." Now, frankly, we couldn't care less about a Goldberg return, as it's the same spear, jackhammer, rinse, repeat routine we've been seeing ever since he returned. However, it does make sense, as Ziggler has been calling out Goldberg for the past few weeks, as well as insulting other legends such as Mick Foley and Shawn Michaels. It seems Goldberg is coming back to teach Ziggler some respect, and this unfortunately means that he's going to be squashed, which is sad. Ziggler deserves better than a 10-second squash by someone 20 years older than him. So much talent wasted. In other news, Roman Reigns' attacker might have been revealed. As in case you missed it, this week's edition of SmackDown saw Roman Reigns about to be interviewed by Kayla Braxton about whose opponent will be at SummerSlam. Before the big dog could do anything, pieces of the lighting, rigging and speakers fell on him, seemingly burying him. WWE backstage crew members managed to free Reigns, and incredibly, he came out unscathed. There was much speculation on who could have been behind the attack, as we detailed in our recent video. Names like Buddy Murphy and Samoa Joe cropped up, but in fact, it's been reported by Dave Meltzer that Daniel Bryan is scheduled to have a match with Reigns at SummerSlam, and will be revealed as the man who attacked him. There's also some other matches being considered for SummerSlam, as the 32nd annual SummerSlam event is going to be around 6 hours long, so WWE are trying to cram in as many matches as they can. So far, WWE has confirmed 9 matches, but they're all singles matches. Where's the tag teams, you may ask? Well, Meltzer again, there's a lot of stuff from Meltzer in this news report, reported that the Women's Tag Team Championship will be on the line, finally, as Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross team up and face Rose and Deville and the Kabuki Warriors, as well as the champions in a fatal 4-way match. This could be a good match, and it gives a chance to have many teams involved all at once, specifically ones that have been neglected for far too long. Also, the Wildcard Rule might be cancelled. The Wildcard Rule has been one of the most polarizing gimmicks to be introduced in 2019, mainly because it made zero sense, but at the same time brought an exciting element to see who could show up on the main shows. Vince pretty much decided on a random morning the idea, and even though the idea seemed great on paper, it was executed horribly on television with the same wrestlers turning up and not sticking to its confusing rules. But you might be glad to know that the Wildcard Rule will be done with, as Meltzer reported, another Meltzer report, the rosters will stay the same once the TV deals kick in. He mentioned, there may be a few minor changes right before the move of guys switching brands. There is the thought that there will only be a few, and the current rosters will be largely what Raw and SmackDown will each have. And our last bit of news looks at the first reveal of WWE 2K20. Now, whether you're a gamer or not, as a wrestling fan, you should be aware of the annual WWE 2K Wrestling series, with the latest in the series, WWE 2K20, having been confirmed. Now, we normally get details about the newest game around this time of the year, as the games are normally released in October. However, this year, 2K have been very quiet and only released 2 official screenshots, one of Brock Lesnar and one of Bayley's entrance from behind. 2K have yet to reveal anything else, even the cover, but it's been rumoured that Becky Lynch will be given that honour. We'll just have to wait and see. But that was all the news today. What do you think of Goldberg's rumoured return? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.